This week, Parshas Tazria is also Parshas HaChodesh, where we read the Parsha in Bo. Vayomer Hashem el Moshe v'el Aaron be'eretz Mitzrayim lemor, HaChodesh hazeh lachem Rosh Chodashim, Rishon hu lachem l'chadshei hashana. The words of Rashi in the beginning of the Torah of his Parashas Parshas are well known to us. Rashi comments, the Torah really should have begun with the first mitzvah that's articulated here in Parshas Bo. Namely, the mitzvah of HaChodesh hazeh lachem Rosh Chodashim. What exactly is the intent of Rashi with that comment? There's a very beautiful sforno, and the sforno really underscores and underlines the value of this mitzvah rishon, of this first mitzvah. Says the sforno, HaChodesh hazeh lachem Rosh Chodashim, mikan ve'elech yu HaChadoshim shelachem, lasos bahem kirtzonchem. From this point on, from the time that Klal Yisrael are no longer enslaved in Egypt and have been emancipated by Hashem Yisbarach, as we know that Matan Torah, we became Abdei Hashem, no longer Avadim to Paro Melech Mitzrayim. From this point on, from this point hence, says the Sforno, the Chadashim are ours. We can do it as we so desire. Avol b'mei hashibud, during the period of time that we were enslaved, lahoyu yemechem shalachem. The Sforno is telling us a very fundamental yesod. The difference between a slave and someone who is a ben chorin is in terms of time. A free person is in complete control of his time. He can utilize it as he so desires. He can waste time, he can fritter away time, he can squander it, or he can use it constructively. He can build the day where his time is allotted for, where he has designated hours for different things. That's a free man. That's a free person. He's in control. He is no longer an Eved. He is someone who can exercise Bechira Chavshis, total free will, in both a positive way and Chas v'Shalom, a negative way. An Eved, of course, by definition, an Eved Kanani does not have any bailus over time. His time is not his. He's Meshubad Adono. He's completely mortgaged. He's completely enslaved to his master. His master essentially controls and totally directs traffic in terms of the use of his time. So the Sforno was telling us what happened when Klal Yisrael became no longer Avodim, became Bnei Chorin. This transformation is a massively significant one, because now we have control and use of time. We are the Bailim. We are now the owners of our time, how we're going to use it. Time, of course, as you know, is something which is invaluable. One cannot place a price on time. Time, Zman, is something which is absolutely precious. Diamonds, Margolios. The ability to use time and not to waste time is the distinction between a free person and a slave. A slave who is meshubed to his sensuality, who is meshubed to his guf, meshubed to his bodily appetitive aspects, excuse me, does not control time. Masha'ekin, a free person who's been able to discipline himself and become someone who's mekabel the Torah at Maimon HaSinai, that Ben Chorin is reflected the way he uses time, the way he structures his day. Halavai, that this Pesach should be an opportunity for us once again to reevaluate how we schedule our lives, what's important, what's more important, what's less important, different, shall we say, priorities, how we prioritize our time. And once we're able to use our time in the most constructive of ways, then we really become completely B'nai Chorin, people who are free to be Ovdei Hashem, as opposed to being Avodim to Paro Melech Mitzrayim. And that's what we say in the Haggadah, Avodim hayinu l'Paro Mitzrayim, v'yotzienu Hashem Elokeinu misham. Hashem took us out of Mitzrayim. He took us out of this situation the Rambam calls Bein HaMitzarim, between the straitened circumstances, namely we're Avodim. And Eved, as Rav Soloveitchik Zatzal pointed out, has no concept of marriage, cannot connect to anyone else because he's Meshubah. An Eved is someone who has no bailus. Eved Kanani Gufo Kani. Kinyan Isar, Kinyan Mamo. He's completely enslaved, completely tied to someone else. The moment we emerge from that, we're able to marry, we're able to perform mitzvahs, and we're able to use our time and direct it in the most constructive of ways. That's a sign of being a total ben chorin. Halavai Hashem should be mezakeh all of us. This coming Pesach, Avodim L'Tova, we should be transformed completely from Avodim, who are Avodim to Paramelech Mitzrayim, to become Abdei Hashem in the fullest sense of the word. Have a Chag Kosher V'Sameach.